okay? You have to have a positive mindset, always. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your products. You have to believe in this company. You have to believe and know in your heart that you have been given a gift to change people's lives every day. You go out blitzing with that mindset. You also need to have a grateful heart. God gave us this business. He works through us. I'm not only grateful for my family for this opportunity, but I am grateful that He is going to put those people in front of me that need this business, that need these products. I'm grateful that the people that I'm going to approach find favor with me, find favor and are willing to accept that coupon. And then I visualize a successful day, I visualize a handful of leads, and I visualize those bookings. Because it all starts with believing in yourself, that positive mindset, a grateful heart, and I pray over my blitz cards. Before they leave my hands, I've said a prayer over them that He puts them exactly where they need to be. So I think that's...
I love that. Can you give everyone some examples of what not to do when you're blitzing? Like just a handful of them.
Well, Lisa, I didn't know if I should be excited or offended that you asked me to do this. But, you know, I think appearance is a lot. And if you go out to blitz and you've got your pajama pants and your fuzzy slippers on, I don't care if they are lime green, people are not going to take you seriously. So I would definitely say your appearance is going to have a lot to do with how effective you can be with people. I think it's important to keep it simple and not to vomit on somebody. You know, we get so crazy with our words, so like Sandy said, you know, use that party pack, keep it simple. Another thing is choose your blitzes wisely. I can't tell you how many times I have been at the store with my 4 kids. One kid's trying to jump out of the car, you know, one has a cough, he's hacking all over the place, and I've had people try to talk to me about things. So unless you are offering to hand that busy mom a Confianza, if she's in the moment, don't interrupt. So be choosy with who you're blitzing.
Awesome. All right, Doreen. I know that you are really good at answering objections. You know, the things like, how does this work? Or, you know, what's in it? Or, I tried that thing before, but it didn't work for me. We've all heard that one. What do you say to those kinds of objections? Give us some examples.
I always carry my purse like Sandy does, and I have usually a box of wraps with me, and I'll say, what do you mean it didn't work? I said, you know, I'll say, or if they say, you know, what's in it, I'll give them the box and say, well, here's the ingredients. I don't know how it works, but all I know is every time I put it on my belly, I keep seeing results in 45 minutes. And then I get my phone out, and I'm like, look at my results. I've lost like 65 pounds. I've gone from a size 14 to an 8.
She has.
And so literally, I take their mind completely off of how it works, really.
So distraction kind of.
Distraction, totally distracts people. And then if they say, well, I tried this once, you know, it didn't work. I'm like, really? You only tried it once? You know, that's only a sample. A true full treatment is a 4-pack. Let's get a wrap on you right now.
Awesome. And I also want to add to that I like to say things like, really? It didn't work? That is so strange. Like, I act so perplexed. Like, you just told me that.
You just act stupid.
Like, something crazy. They just told me something like, I can't believe it. And I'm like, well, where's your pictures? Like, can I see them? Oh, you didn't take them? Oh. Well, what about the water? Did you drink half your body weight in ounces of water? And then they're like, no, I was supposed to. By the time I get done with the, like, you know, lineup of questions, they look at me and they're like, okay, I guess I need to try another one. I'm like, yeah, that'd be a good idea since you didn't do it right first time. All right, Stacy, you and I have been doing this for almost 4 years. Well, actually, over 4 years, gosh. We've gotten pretty good at making sure that we don't just hand out the coupon, we get information. So give everybody some examples of how you get people's information and then different ways of getting that information.
Okay, when you blitz, if you don't get a phone number back, you're not going to get very far. One of the things that Todd and I have been doing lately is if the people are busy, I hand them a blitz card and I say, just text me with your name and the word enter, and I'll enter you into my monthly drawing. And it's quick, they can do it when they get off of work or whenever they're not busy. The other thing you can do is say, well, can I text you a coupon? And then you're going to get their name and number again. Or I carry a little notebook, and I'll just have them write their name and phone number
or write in my little notebook so that I'm always collecting the follow-up information.
I love that. And I like to try to get them on Facebook too. Like if I can, I'll say, hey, are you on Facebook? Like who says no to that? Pretty much nobody. And I'm like, well, you got your phone on you? Who says no to that? And I'm like, well, great, why don't you find me? And just a quick little tip, have them look for you, and then they can friend request you so you don't get thrown in Facebook jail. I learned that a long time ago, so watch out for that. Okay, Elizabeth. Hold on. You are really great at being direct and confident, Miss Red. Oh, she yelled at me in the car. She said, if you say Mrs. You're good at booking parties on the spot, blitzing multiple people at one time. Give us some examples of that. How do you do that?
The reason I blitz multiple people at one time is that I can read the people that I'm talking with. So if I'm at the bank, if I'm at a grocery store, if I'm at a service counter, if I'm at a restaurant, if I'm at McDonald's, I can see how people are interacting. I want to talk to the person who I feel may be the most influential and be able to book a party quickly. So I'm going to blitz that person, and I'm going to talk loud enough that the other people standing at the counter start to see interest. And as soon as I start to see interest, then I can start to interact with the other people. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome. Would you guys all work together? Do you hang out together after work? Well, great. Well, let's just do this all together. And if they say, no, we work too much, we never get a chance to hang out together, well, that's even more reason to get together. Let me come in and we'll do something here at lunch and, we'll have a little party. So you want to be able to maximize the time that you're in front of the people, and then the person you're going after the party to book already has 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 people that they work with who are already excited about the wrap, and so the person hosting breaks through that fear of who's going to come to my party.
Awesome. I love that. Okay, so we're going to start with you since we're already at that and we're just going to do that. Let's do some follow-up because I want to get some questions in really quick. I know that you're great following up. I mean, you've been doing this for a couple years now, and we all know that following up as soon as possible, and really don't sit on it. I mean, sometimes I'll get in the car, and if I'm really excited about somebody I just blitzed, I'll text them right then. I'm so excited, that type of thing, because I think that gets them excited. But give us some things on follow-up, blitzing. How do you do that? How do you follow up when you blitz?
Okay, well, I'm just on the verge of 50, so technology sometimes is a challenge for me. And so I'm not a big spreadsheet person. So I'm going to tell you a basic system that I use that you're required to use: index cards, expandable file that's $1 from the dollar store, and a pen. And that's my follow-up system. When I blitz somebody, or if I'm at an expo, no matter how I get the lead, they go on a card. And on the card, I'm going to make sure that I have the name of the person, where I met them, what color personality I think that they are. Also, their contact information, whether it's an email that they gave me, or I contacted them by phone, or they just said, call me here at work. I'm going to write that down. And then I'm going to write down when I'm supposed to call them next, or how we should next interact. Like if we said, I'll meet you next time I come into the store, because sometimes it takes repeated interaction to get their contact information, as well as I'm going to put down the product of interest, so that as I continue to converse with them, because see, I use this card for my notes. I don't try to remember everything up here. I put it here and I stick it in my expandable folder. And I'm going to tell you something. It's portable, it's easy to use, and it fits in my purse. So it's an easy system that I've come up with follow-up to keep them organized.
Oh, I love that. That's good. Stacy, tell everybody, what do you say when you follow up? And do you text, call, both?
I text first. I feel like everybody looks at their texts at some point, and I keep it friendly and conversational. Either I say, hey, I'm so glad we met yesterday. Do you have time to chat later today? So I'm still trying to set that phone appointment right away. If they're not super receptive, I'll keep the texts going until they are. And with like old leads that have been laying around, I sat and text everybody, hey Amber, how's your summer going so far? And that opened the conversation up, and they'd answer the question before they asked who the heck I was. So
awesome. Okay. And Doreen, every time I turn around, you're on Facebook and you've just booked another party on the spot. How are you booking parties on the spot? I mean, you don't even need to follow up. She just does it all right then.
Well, I've got a big excitement for this whole products and everything. And so when I'm talking to them, I usually have a calendar with me, and so I give them a choice. I'm like, look, I'm free, and my calendar is usually crazy. I'm like, look, I got this day and this day. I give them a choice, and then I tell them, and they'll usually tell me a time, and I say, what's, best for you. And then I want to get that wrap on that person before their party. Because I'm like, let's wrap, because if you have your before and after pictures, you can show your people who are coming to the party your results first. So I always do that, and it's been working out like crazy.
I think that's that. You guys better be writing that one down. That's a good one. Kathy. Yeah, why do I give you all these questions? I wonder why. What do you say to people on your team who are scared to call leads? Like, how do you get people out of that comfort zone?
Well, I think it's really important to be very confident and to be excited. But for the people who are really nervous, I say, come over to my house. Let's get a group of people together. Let's sit down. Let's text those people. Let's make those phone calls together. Let's do it together. We're better together, and we can feed off of each other's excitement and go from there.
That's a great idea. Like, have follow-up parties at your house. That's a great idea. All right, and Jody, what do you do with people that tell you they're so interested and then they don't get back with you?
Yeah, that's frustrating, right? Because you're at an event and they sign up to win a free wrap, and then you message them to let them know that they won this free wrap, and then you don't hear back from them. Or they say, okay, I'll get back with you as soon as I check my date book, and they don't get back with you. So I like to create a sense of urgency. I like to send them a message that says, hey Jenny, it's Jody again with It Works. I messaged you to let you know that you won that free wrap that you signed up for. I need to hear back from you by tomorrow, or I'm going to pick another winner. And 9 out of 10 times, I hear back from them that same day or that next day.
How often do you, just really quickly, how often do you keep following up? Okay, so you follow up once and don't get back with you. You follow up again, right? And you're wondering, okay, am I looking like a stalker? At what point do you stop and then wait a while?
Yeah. I stay persistent until they've told me absolutely no, you crazy rap lady, stop messaging me. I keep following up. And what I'll do is I'll have like a monthly drawing, or I'll have a special holiday drawing, and I'll throw them all back in and call them and say, hey, you were the winner once again. Until they tell me absolutely not, I stay persistent with it, and I kind of have a file system that I go by, and I mark on their lead slips when I've messaged them last what the response was, if they responded. So.
Okay, and this is our last question, actually, because we could probably be up here all day, but Cammie gave me, I think I'm already over. Sorry, Cammie. She's going to be so mad at me. I promised I wasn't going to be blue, and I'm so blue right now. Okay, Sandy, last question. After you follow up with people, they book a party with you. They actually book it, okay? And then they cancel. And then they book again. And then they cancel. At what point do you just throw in the towel?
You don't. The reason I got this question is because I did this to her. I canceled on her 3 times. 3 times we booked a party, and she lived 2 hours from me, and 3 times I canceled on her. If she had not been consistent in calling me and following up with me, her and her sister Shannon, she's out there somewhere, if they had not kept touching base with me and saying, okay, fine, Sandy, that date didn't work great, I have this date, does that work? Yeah, that works, that's fine. Sorry, you can't come. No, we're not doing this. Had she not continued to follow up, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be retired, and I wouldn't be a stay-at-home mom. So don't give up. You have to keep following up with them. You have to.
Amen. And, I think that the bottom line is blitzing. You got to get over yourself. You got to get out there. There's not one person in this audience that you're not going to have to blitz. At one point, you will run through the war market, and you're going to have to blitz. So get out there and do it. Get information. Follow up. Most people fail in network marketing because of the follow up. So let's give these guys a round of applause. Woo!